episode of the Urban Paranormal Podcast, where you might be crazy to some,
but you're family to us. Hey.
What up, what up?
I am your host, J.H.
And I'm your moderator, Trent A. Johnson.
Anchorman Dave R. reporting for duty.
Okay, and across from me today, blessing us with her loveliness, we have the Amazon.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good.
There you go. And also, we have Ego Network TV. He's in the house. He's not even a repeat offender anymore. He's I guess a lifer.
Yeah, I guess so.
3 strikes and you're out, right?
Got the 3 strikes.
I'm in jail, man.
Right.
I'm stuck here with y'all.
There you go.
We appreciate having you. And of course, the smooth sounds of David Carr's voice.
Yeah.
He is in the house. How
In
you
the
doing
house,
today?
doing great. Here to provide some great commentary and get
There
that
you
with my
go.
friends.
Okay,
Let's
and
do it.
of course, behind the whole working that's going on here, we have the weatherman.
What up, weatherman?
up?
Right.
man.
So
Make it rain.
yeah. So today,
Hey.
guys, what we're talking about is like national news, right? It's the UFO
Disclosure. Coming up
Wow.
soon, bro.
very coming up soon.
Or is it actually already here? They've been feeding us little bits of information, bro, piece by piece for the last couple of years.
Well, you know, I think when Roswell happened in 1947, that was our disclosure.
I don't think so.
I think it's been always there. It's been and every little chance they get, they would tell us. Every movie that they would make afterwards.
Well, when I say disclosure, when they actually come out and admit something
That is real.
that is real.
Yeah, I think that's kind of maybe putting the toe in the water on Roswell, just kind of testing the water,
Testing
see
the
how
water,
things,
see.
how people are going to react.
Okay, well,
You know,
it's hard to say because did OJ ever say he killed Nicole?
No.
No.
Okay,
no.
why?
But he did write a book.
say if I would have done it, how I
This
would
is
have
how I
done it.
would've
done
Okay,
it. Yeah.
so the government wouldn't come out and say aliens are here, but they would put out a movie said if aliens were
Governments don't put out movies.
here. What?
Governments don't put out
Man,
movies.
stop that shit.
Well, I mean, filmmakers are people just like us.
Yeah.
yeah, go
You
talk
know
to
what I'm
the
saying?
Republic of
So-
China.
People say, "Oh, they're showing us
Yeah,
things,"
exactly.
but these are
They're-
normal human beings, normal people
Right.
making films. This is not
Normal-
the government making these
Normal
films.
people that was in the Navy that had high resources that saw things happening creates Star Trek. Those
Okay.
people, yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, when I was a little kid, I drew pictures of what I thought aliens would look like. That's the same thing.
yeah, just because you saw what they did already.
Nah.
Yeah, but our first aliens we
Nah.
saw were on Fred Flintstone, right? Probably.
Yeah.
Was it
A
for
little bitty guy on Fred
yeah.
Flintstone.
The
I
little
forgot.
Martian.
Yeah,
I think his
Martian.
name was
Yeah.
Marvin. I'm
I
not
think,
too
yeah,
sure.
that was my first alien.
Oh,
I was trying to
Martin
think
or
about
Marvin?
it.
I'm
Yeah.
not too sure.
Well, they
Yeah.
actually did disclose on Roswell. They came out at first and said, "Hey, we got this crashed disc."
Yeah.
Right.
Then they came back and recounted it. Hey, it was a weather balloon.
Right.
Wow.
So it's hard
Right.
to
Right.
believe or disbelieve. You really don't know what to think with Roswell.
I remember last year in our early episodes, we did talked about, the Roswell, evidence and proof that there was a photo of an alien, and then they had several photos of those UFOs to begin with.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
Well, here go my thing, and I pose this to you guys at home, and I want you to think about this as I do the panel. Our government has been trying to keep this away from us, so let's just break this shit down, just for what it is. You don't,
Break it down.
you don't
Break it
want
down.
to believe if you're the highest power in all the United States, in all of America, that someone could invade your airspace, and you say, "I don't know what the fuck it was. It outmaneuvered me." You never
Yes,
want to
yes.
say that, all right? But you have to ask yourself this one question. What the fuck do they know? And I'm going to tell you why that's important. My son and I were watching a movie called Kingdom with zombies. And these zombies were invading, and this guy runs in and shuts the doors and basically tell everyone else, "Okay, you guys be easy," and he cuts his throat and lay down in front of the door. So the question is, what the fuck did he see that he would want to do that, right? It's the same basis with our government. They would say, "Hey, it's something out there, right? But we don't know what it is, but we do know what it is. And whatever it fucking really is could be very dangerous to us."
Well, I mean,
Wow.
and then it's like admitting that something is more powerful than you.
That's my point.
when they hold total power over us.
That's my point.
You know what I'm saying? So that means
Yeah.
there's something more powerful than them.
Right. But the scary thing is, what if it is Trent, you and I talked about it. Like people like, oh my God, I want to go to Mars. I want to explore. But what if? And I repeat, what if the world is fucking Walmart?
Yeah, what if we're like the drive-through safari of the universe?
That's so fucking scary,
Right.
bro.
Right.
I mean,
know?
I don't
Wow.
see any other reason why they would have to come here.
Right.
Either resources or
And food is
yeah.
still considered a resource.
Yeah.
So what if we're Walmart? What if
That'd
they're
be fucked.
snatching up brown meat, white meat,
I
you know
know,
what I'm saying,
right.
and taking it over, and so we're so quick to say, oh my God, I just want to go out of space. Do you really?
I do.
Like,
yeah.
But the space is coming to us basically now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And we've seen multiple movies that says that this will be bad if they come. They're coming to invade. We've seen Skyline. We've seen Battleship.
Come take over.
Yeah. And
Independence Day.
yeah.
Independence
Yeah.
Day.
War of the Worlds.
Men in Black.
Yeah, there haven't been any one that came through except for E.T. that seemed to be remotely peaceful.
Friendly.
And also
Exactly.
Third Encounters of the Close Kind.
Yeah.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
corrected myself.
maybe disclosure is coming because we have so much technology today. We have cell phones. Anybody can go out, take a video, take a picture, and maybe something's coming that they're not going to be able to not deny. Maybe
Okay.
we're going to see it. Maybe they want to get ahead of the ball and hey, look, this shit is real.
Not to hog up everything, but when you said that, Trent, that was a good one because our technology is getting better. And I was on some brownies,
Mm-hmm.
and I had started thinking about this shit. If our technology is truly getting better and better and better, let's say we're taking a picture with our phone, but this phone sees light that the human eye can't see. In the sounds, we start doing technology where we can hear things that we normally couldn't hear. So imagine going outside cutting your trees and actually hearing your trees scream.
What the fuck does that got to do with
Yeah.
Here, this is exactly what it has to do with it.
That's that old Twilight Zone episode.
No, it's not a Twilight Zone
It
episode.
is.
I never heard of it.
Yeah.
So the thing is that if we could hear the trees scream, we could, all of these different things, it would change what we do in life. But that technology would also pick up what we can't see. And the aliens might be already here. And our new technology will expose them. And we'll start seeing them going, what the fuck?
They're walking among us.
The
Yeah.
whole time.
That movie, yeah.
But they-
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
but they're walking.
movie.
They'll be here, but they have always been here. But yet our
Well, that's a possibility.
That's
right,
a big
but our
possibility.
technology would open that up to where we could see it through an app,
Well,
through a
maybe.
different thing. You know,
That's possible. I mean, it could be
That'd be
made.
pretty cool to see.
They would
that.
have to know something about the alien physiology or something, for us to be able to see it.
well, they probably didn't even mean for it to happen.
Well, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's a big
It could be a
reach, a big maybe.
Yeah, it's a big maybe, but I'm bringing out everything I can because we don't know. We
Well,
honestly-
I mean, with all this shit going on in the news, we don't need the fucking magic cell phone and shit because the shit is right there for us to see.
Right.
Like this destroyer
Mm-hmm.
that they just came out with this new video of these 3 triangles over this destroyer.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Me
they say it
too.
happened in 2019 over a naval destroyer,
Mhm.
and they say it came out of the water, and it's just like they was observing. And the Navy came out and said, "Yes, this is a real video. Yes, this was filmed by the Navy."
right.
Yeah,
Wow.
You know,
And it's all through, the magic of the sonar technology that we can almost detect, metals or even vibrations of any organism.
see, that's my point. They didn't make that technology to be able to pick up UFOs. They made that technology to be able to pick up the enemies.
But the crazy part about it is they can't understand the physics of the way
of what they move,
of
how
the
they
way it move,
Yeah,
of where the aircraft move. It moves so crazy and does such crazy things and stopping in midair, and it just moves to the point where they're like, we can't even mess with that. We can't even fuck with that. Really,
I heard an alternate
it's
theory. I'm sorry.
just so far advanced than us, and that's the scary part because they're so far advanced than us with the aviation. What else are they so far advanced with us? Like you say, they might be walking around us
Right now.
right now. One of us might be sitting here and be an alien, actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
2
the
of
trend.
us.
You're right.
I think it would be.
Yeah.
I think it'll be you.
Another thing to consider is that they may use unknown metals that it's light and durable that could be able to engineer and process more fast speed, more than what we can know
But whatever they have is coming from
outside the source.
outside the solar system,
Oh,
wherever
yeah.
it's coming from, and it's something that we don't even know.
And I
We
don't,
don't even know how to deal with.
excuse me, I didn't mean to step on you,
Go ahead.
but I totally don't even agree with that.
Yeah.
I do not agree that shit's coming anywhere from out of the solar
I don't
system.
think so either.
I
I
think
think
it's coming right
it's
here.
coming from right here.
Right here.
And I'm going to say
Exactly.
one thing, just to back up what Trent was talking about, that destroyer video and stuff. Now, there's been some other alternative ideas come out, which do make a little bit of sense, and it's called hypersonic drones.
Yes.
You know, subsonic drones. They've got drones. They think what they can do with planes now. They
Right.
take it down smaller, and so they're thinking that Russia and China have these drones that are subsonic, hyperspeed, whatever. You know, fly however fast, and they're using them to gather information on our ships and stuff. You know, kind of like an old AWACS plane. You know, going by and scanning the ship to see what it has.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, so
I just want to. I don't think man has got to that point where they could make anything that could travel through the air and then through the water without changing speed.
Yeah.
I don't think
Or
so.
without-
I
Wasn't
don't
so
think so
either.
yet.
Yeah.
You know, but one of my really theories that's one in my head about this, you know, right on the topic is that what if it's just us from the future? When do we get to the point where we time travel and we go back and we're changing things? Like, why do we see such clusters of UFOs when there's certain things happening, you know, within in the political sense or
Right.
plague sense or whatever? Maybe we're coming back trying to change the future.
I think
That
that's
could
a
be
big
a
ass
very-
stretch.
And
I mean, I'm just trying to be realistic here because I haven't seen any aliens myself running around.
Well,
Oh, I haven't
Hold
seen
on,
a time machine.
well, that's a good
Well,
point.
not yet.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's,
Before you go, David, let me just say this. I like you because that has been the running thing for many years in the UFO community. They claim that they have an alien, and the alien basically states, the Greys or whatever, they used to be us.
Yeah.
Right.
And they messed up really bad.
Mhm.
And so that's why they came back here to stop us from doing what the hell they did.
Is that the reason they signed a treaty?
So I
Nah.
mean, so
Maybe.
So what you
I
guys
don't know.
saying is you thinking that a time machine would be more plausible than another planet just like ours,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
and they're just
Yes.
coming to visit.
Because
Yeah.
they won't come to visit. They'll come to conquer and colonize, just like we did,
yeah.
or other, you know, this is how
Right.
Europeans did.
Well,
Right.
That's what's going to happen.
Well,
And-
Why not?
That's something else.
Maybe
Sorry.
wait a minute. Maybe like you said, they're so much more advanced than us. Maybe they're more advanced in emotions
I'd hope so.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Maybe they might be coming to help us out. You never
Yeah.
know. Maybe they coming back to recover something they lost a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If they
Yeah.
fucked up, they want to fix it. That means they lost something.
Well, I don't know. What do you mean, fuck?
But see, if that was the case,
They-
why don't you
they
just
said
come out and
war.
just say it? Just land on the White House lawn
Well,
or somewhere in
well,
the
that-
middle of Vatican
Oh,
City
freak
and say,
everybody
hey,
out.
Well, that reminds me of this one
Why
video,
not?
the Tic Tac video. I know we all seen the Tic
Yeah,
Tac video.
yeah.
Well, the pilot, I forgot his name. He said when he first came up on this thing in the ocean,
mm-hmm.
it was doing some type of maneuver.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was searching. It was
Mhm.
making the form of a cross. It was going back, left to left to right, back forth.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It was like it was searching, and then it realized that he was there.
Oh,
So that leads me to think that this thing is searching for something. Maybe it can be some type of ancient artifact
well, yeah.
or something. You know.
Yeah.
So why would they come and talk to us if they so much more advanced? That's like us, like we said in a couple of videos back. Why would we like if we building a road and there's an anthill? Will we go there and hey, Mr. Ant,
Move.
we're gonna make a road. Do you mind?
Yeah,
No, we
you're
just
right.
go.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Remember
Well,
that, yeah.
here's the thing. Why? First of all, if you made a mistake in the future, all right? I guess.
Where's the mistake?
Well, whatever the mistake is, to the point that the gray aliens themselves can't look like us anymore because they've done something.
Wait. Okay, just
Just
keep going.
aliens.
I'll yeah.
Yeah, catch up. So
No,
here go the
I'll
thing. Here go
bring
the-
you back around when
here-
you
here
get
go
to
the
that
thing.
point.
So you wouldn't you say, well, he have a great technology. Why would he talk to the government? Well, here's why. If you don't talk to the government, right? The government see these things and starts doing what? They start going, oh my God, and they start asking people out there to start creating new different things to stop these things.
Well, have they? I don't think they've been able to stop one.
Well, that's not actually true because of down UFO crashes, right? It's not been
Well,
by
I mean,
mistake.
all of that shit is hearsay. We don't have no facts on that.
And-
You know what I'm saying?
and-
You can believe in if it's a fact or not, but we don't have no physical evidence.
No, the fact is, I mean, people are seeing this something.
Yeah.
They're seeing something.
Yeah, and we have rumors of downed UFOs.
Well, I mean, I think that's really funny that we have rumors of down UFOs from high government officials.
Which one?
Shit, the people.
I haven't seen that.
Shit, the general of Russia and them talked about it. The prime minister of Canada, he talks about it. He left his job after his service to go in Ancient Aliens to tell you shit.
Okay, well, I'm talking about here in the good old United States.
Well, in the United States,
know what I'm saying?
in the United States, we actually have two, and I'm going to give you those in the next segment.
I know you're talking about Roswell.
No, I'm not talking about Ross. I'm talking about the people who told you.
Well, we
and
have
they're
people
arguing
that-
it now.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying how there's no way that us on this podcast to know, hey, that's solid truth.
Well, Trent,
I mean,
there-
because
there's-
people talk, you know what I'm saying? David could tell me that it's a fucking purple dragon behind me. Do I believe him or not? I don't know until I look around and see for my fucking self.
Right.
Okay, well, yeah.
I'm
You
just
know
giving
what
you
I'm
two
Go ahead.
quick examples. President Jimmy Carter, he actually saw a UFO,
Yeah.
and he actually tried to get the government to disclose the information, but he said it was too top secret for him to even see.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you got President Ronald Reagan.
Right.
I forget what speech and what year it was. I guess it was probably right around. Maybe it could have been Gorbachev tear down this wall speech, but he was talking about humanity and the earth coming together and saying maybe the only way we'll ever come together is we had an outside force coming at us like an alien invasion.
And that's true.
So
And I asked,
I
is
mean,
it
Sure
an
is.
invasion already among us?
they're putting stuff out there.
Yeah.
You know, to me, it's just like kind of just testing the waters. You know, putting
Yeah.
rings in there and just kind of seeing how people react.
My thing is, how much
Yeah.
information will they divulge to
Yeah.
us? Will they just give us like
Well-
we wait all this time and they're gonna give us just like a small little thing, or are they just gonna say, hey, it's bop 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 bop,
Well, I
and
think,
we're like,
the
whoa.
little small pieces have been coming.
Well,
Right.
you know, in 1991, they signed the thing for disclosure, right? So it gave up in 1991. Actually, was when it was signed. That's why we get all of that information, but they redacted all of the main
Right.
things. So now, as the years have been going through, stuff has been being lifted now. Stuff is being lifted now.
And we actually have, in that bill that Trump signed before he left
Yep,
office.
I was gonna talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was well. I mean, I was gonna do that next episode.
Okay.
Next
We'll save
segment.
it to
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
Because most people don't know that.
Yeah, and I hate to get off topic,
Mhm.
but we're getting close to a break. I just want to say, happy 420 to everybody,
Hey.
Oh, I
420 day.
forgot. Yeah, I already got high. So.
and happy
Yeah.
fucking Conviction Day for what's his name,
Chauvin.
Chauvin,
Oh,
He
yeah.
was found guilty
That was
on all charges.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to give that a hip hop hooray.
Hopefully that can bring everybody
Hopefully they
together.
don't just, you know, they give him all he
Yeah,
deserves.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, you
And
guys.
it's always 420 somewhere.
It's always 420.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
know, right?
Yeah.
I know, right?
You know, so you guys at home, I want you to think about this, like really tough. Think about that for a second. If they give disclosure, and they said, "Oh my God, aliens are everywhere. They're right. They could be your neighbor. They could be so and so." Can you imagine? Just imagine how much fear that would cause.
Chaos.
Yes.
How many riots? How many people being
That would be chaos.
be called an alien and things bad happen. And if you go, well, no, Jay, we're much more better than that. Well, fuck, we had the witch trials, we had all of these different things throughout life.
People
Well,
Exactly,
I mean,
yeah.
you
Stuff.
keep pushing the aliens amongst us thing. So you believe that,
Do I believe that aliens are
or
among us?
amongst us?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why he was doing all
So-
that prodding
yeah.
and prodding and
Well,
going inside you and looking at us.
I would think they might be among us, but I don't think they would be probably walking around in society. They would probably be like at Area 51 or some shit like
You really
that.
think that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that David might be an alien sitting next to me. Why would he want to do that? why would they want to come in and
Live a
hide,
And pretend to be
regular life.
pretend to
us.
be human and shit?
because they are part human and they
Well,
and they want to
we don't
live
know if
with
they're part
us.
of human.
Why?
They
Maybe
want to
they're
live-
trying to
Where does that
scan
come
us,
from?
Not-
trying to.
not-
Humanizing them too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
their world could be destroyed or whatever, and they needed a new home.
That's Battlestar.
That just don't make no
and,
sense.
and that's it's called alienation. Actually, That's
Well,
not Battlestar
Yeah, I
Galactica.
knew it was a movie.
It's called coexisting. In other
Yeah.
words.
There you
Well,
go.
I think an alien might be. It might even be something too strange for us to imagine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It might not even be a carbon-based life form. It might be based off of gas or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
It might be something we can't even comprehend.
There is one.
Yeah.
There is
All of
one.
that could be true.
There is one conspiracy theory that I believe it's not proven yet, but it's getting close. That maybe we're the aliens. Maybe we came from Mars, and
I
you
can
know
believe that.
we're the people
Yeah.
that that are so advanced. We developed this technology, and then we have a similar human-like race that we call them aliens. And then
Right.
like what Big Dave says, maybe they're just watching on us, like they're like a partial image of us.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And then there is a video of this alien was like telling us they're about the nuclear bomb, and ever since that happened, and we end up looking like different people, like
Right,
Wow.
disfigured.
right, and which would make sense.
Yeah.
I would think more or less. Aliens could look like what Trent was saying. It could be so many things that we can't imagine, but based on the fact of our world, right? I believe that in order to move around this world, in order to survive within this world, you would have to have some of the things that we have.
Well,
right?
that's what I'm saying. You still going to them surviving here.
Yes,
You know
because
what I'm saying?
I do believe
I don't
that,
believe that.
they immigrated these people
I
right
don't believe that.
here, and they're living here.
I don't
And they
believe
just come to take over this place.
They might not even be trying to
I mean,
take over.
They
They
got-
probably just find
They got
themselves
a
a
date.
home.
They got a date to take it over.
I
and we
know,
just
right?
don't know the date yet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Are they coming to get
And
us?
the president was warning you when he said it's going to bring all humanity together. When
Yeah.
9/11 happened, all of New York came together. All
Right.
different
All
races.
of everywhere
Everybody
came
came together.
together.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we was as one. At one time, we was as one because we
was
were
like that
fighting
here,
against
too.
them. Now, if an alien came and started trying to take over, we're going to all come together again. All Russia,
and all
China,
everybody
get
everybody.
fucking blasted
Together,
out of the
yeah.
universe
Australia.
And we're gonna
together.
try our best
Mhm.
to try to get rid of
Yeah.
it and try to save the world.
Wow.
Well, let me.
You know, there's this rumor that's why humans haven't been back to the moon.
Okay.
The dark side of the moon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
spin it.
because
What's that
because
rumor?
they encountered crafts and they tell them, hey, don't you bring your ass back here.
I've heard
Yeah.
that. I've heard
Right.
it. You guys at home, did y'all hear
Yeah.
that? Because
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard it too. I
Yeah.
wanna- yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen some good video footage too of some stuff on
Yeah.
there.
Me
It's
too.
Real interesting with the.
Right.
That's a whole nother show.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have a
be a good show
um,
though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have a belief though that realistically, and this I'm just throwing this out there, guys. So don't shoot me. That we are, as I'm sorry, but the people, forgive me, people of color, are actually from the original. We're from those people out of space, and I
I've
believe,
heard that.
and I
Yeah.
believe that the fact that they're coming, right, is the reason why this world is so in uproar right now because they're so terrified,
That could be something.
and they've
Could
made
be, yeah.
they've made movies to make
Mhm.
us afraid of these people, saying that they're going to intrude.
And it's
Yeah, right. And at the same time, they give us guns and say we want you guys to fight against these people.
Right.
But the whole time we're fighting against our actual ancestors.
and it's funny you would bring that up because I actually seen a video of this ex military guy. He was telling how they encountered aliens and shit,
Mhm.
and they were black.
Yeah.
They were like 10 feet tall,
Mhm.
and he was saying, and the interviewer was asking him, you know, they were brown like, but he was like, no, they were black,
Yeah.
like black like the night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Wow.
saying?
Wow.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, now, people. There's multiple.
that's dope.
There's the Nordic aliens. They call them Palladiums. There's so many different kinds to represent everyone in the world. But I was just actually merely speaking about what I believe the particular black.
Okay, we just got to say that there are so many alien species. People think that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got
Right.
Nordics. And
You got different other ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the-
what
the
about the ones
Greys.
supposedly came to Egypt and helped the Egyptians
Shit,
build the
that-
pyramids.
Well, there's no coincidence
Well,
that those
yeah.
ships were shaped like pyramids.
How many of y'all
Well-
Right. I like that. I like that.
Wow, yeah.
Can I bring a mathematical evidence that may support Ego's suggestion?
Depends on how long it is.
It's going to be pretty short.
Okay.
Think of the
I was just
Pythagorean
fucking with
theorem.
you, David.
Think of the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Or if you want to go for the square root, square root of A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Nobody has ever really thought about it and actually built upon it. And then now we have these ancient civilizations just growing. It's mysterious.
Well,
Okay.
I just want. Oh, gosh,
I don't know how that.
Say
I
on
don't
that
know.
one.
I don't know how the hell that.
I
In
don't
other
know how
words,
the hell
in
that-
other words, the triangular formula, the Pythagorean theorem, is our main building block of not only in architecture but also in medicine and engineering. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he's still.
Okay.
Well, you
fuck
can find
that.
numbers and
I'm still
everything.
lost.
Basically, there's triangles, like you said, triangles in everything. Stargate SG-1 proposed the same exact thing as in the pyramids were from the gods, and they were actually spaceships, and that's what they made it look like.
But how many of y'all are familiar with the author Zachariah Sitchin?
Sitchin.
We are.
Now, yeah, so I figured everybody would be.
Right.
So, I mean, I've read a lot of his stuff about the Sumerian tablets and going back where, you know, his translations of them. And
Yeah.
that's, I don't want to get into all of it, but that's some really interesting
Yeah,
stuff
it
there.
is.
It talks about the aliens coming here and they're mining for gold
Yeah.
and how they go ahead and create human beings as
Right.
slaves and then enslave everybody. And then there's a war between them because how they feel about their creations. But anyway, that's just saying that's a really good reading there. And it kind of goes into what you're saying about, yeah, we all might be part alien a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
believe it because what you just said, just in that little piece. For some reason, religion has made everyone weak. With anything of a religion, for example, we did a couple of episodes ago about these particular religious cult leaders. And just the fact of faith, believing in faith is how they use
that's-
and people
yeah.
want to follow faith.
Right, and that's the reason. I mean, you got the Catholic Church, you know, one of the biggest organizations in the world, and I mean, what is their stance on aliens? And they have the largest observatory in the world too, looking in outer space,
That's
searching
the
for
devil.
And
them.
you know they actually came out a couple of
So,
years ago and
that's
said if alien life does exist, it doesn't
Hurt the faith.
yeah,
of the
Yeah,
church.
it
They are
doesn't change
still
your
our
faith.
brothers.
yeah. So they
Right.
must know some shit.
Yeah,
Yes. So I tell you what,
So
guys.
they got the most powerful telescope on
the
Earth.
And
Right.
why
Yes.
is that the Vatican? Why is that?
because they
figure,
know the
huh?
truth.
I know, right?
Well,
They know the truth.
Yeah.
No,
Look at
no,
that.
They're more than
Yeah.
us.
no, just stop. Hold on. We're gonna finish. As you guys can see at home, this is a pretty decent debate because we're just throwing things out there because disclosure, UFO disclosure, which means alien disclosure.
Nice.
So I tell you what, I want you guys to think about that. What happens if they do come, and how would that affect you? Please text us. Let us know this too. Okay, follow us on our
Leave a comment.
yeah, leave a comment and follow us. Push like, share,
Subscribe.
All right. And I tell you what, while you're doing all of that, we'll be back after this.
My name is Robert Richard, and I'm the host of an exciting new show called What's That Net Worth, where you and the contestants guess the cash flow of the most popular celebrities around today for cash and prizes. I want you to go to Ego Network TV on YouTube to watch the show. Please, please, please like, subscribe, and also follow us on Instagram at ego_network_TV. I'll see you there.
Hey everyone,
What up?
We are back. So we're talking about the disclosure of the UFOs. Okay, and Big David Carr had made a statement about Zechariah Sitchin, and he talked about they made us and
Chariot of the gods.
right, and they made us to worship. Now I'm just going to propose this. And this is because what discussion would be without the aspect of religion?
Well, I know the story. We were made as a worker race, according to him, not to worship.
Well,
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we were a worker race, but then he and one of them, I don't know if it was Inky or Enel, one of the sons gave us a soul, and it pissed the other one off. And that's when they decided to destroy the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
And kill everybody on it. And the others, other one said, "No, you're not." And of course, that's where the story of Noah comes from.
Okay. Now see,
and that's what happens.
right. So
if you
David
reread
Carr speaks on that, and Trent had spoke earlier on the Catholic community. So I pose this: what if UFOs, all this government conspiracy is all BS propaganda made up for us to not believe in God?
Back you 100% on that.
I think that's bullshit.
No. You listen about it. Listen about it. Really. Let's think about this. Satan is the great deceiver.
He's fake.
Satan is all knowledgeable, knows, like Google, okay? Knows what's happened and knows what's going to happen, okay? Knows what's happened. And this is all maybe part of the great deception.
Correct.
And what they're talking about the great deception is to deceive everybody. Like I said a while ago on a couple episodes, maybe the Antichrist is AI. And so you tag in the AI with the UFOs coming in, and they're all working together on everything. And it's just a great deception to pull all the believers away from God or from Christ.
Okay.
And so what you're going to have left is a few remnants, because people are going to really like the Catholic Church and them. They're going to freak out. Then you're going to have the people in the mountains, trying to hang in there and stuff. And, and you're going to have remnants. You're going to have very few people. And the one sentence in the Bible, verse talks about the great deception and how even the believers, the strongest believers in God and Christ will be deceived.
Correct.
And they won't know what's happening. So anybody thinks they know what's happening, they're wrong, because nobody knows what's happening.
That's why we're having this discussion.
And
so,
I'd like to add on to that.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that it could very well be the reverse of that.
It's possible
I
too.
think maybe, they got us believing in this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When we blind to the real world and what's really fucking going on. Which we would believe this fucking book that nobody has no proof of anything in, like a fucking fairy tale, than believe science.
Well, I don't say you have to believe in the book, because personally, coming from just myself, I'm going to say, I don't believe in the book. I don't believe in the book. I believe in the spirit that's in me, whether it's man, woman, or whatever that I speak with every day, that speaks to me in my heart and soul. That's the truth. Okay. Now, what's written down by man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I pray every day that I get to know the truth.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't believe that. What's written, all of it. But do I believe that we could be deceived from God and by the devil, and that aliens are actually demons, and stuff like that? That's a possibility.
Or aliens could be angels.
Well, they could be. Well, demons are angels.
Right. There you go.
It's who knows?
Well, let me.
I think it's just another fucking life form.
It could be.
Biology.
It could be.
That's
another
what
life
more I
form.
think
I
so.
second.
Yeah.
It could
I
be.
think so, too.
So I didn't want. We're not speaking about your religion or trying to do anything. But what discussion about these things would be anything without the aspects of religion?
But I just want to
Right.
know what's so hard to believe that something exists other than us. What's so hard to believe about that?
There isn't, but people have a
'cause
tendency.
That's so hard to
I think
believe, but-
man has this thing. Okay, we are the top.
Right.
Till something shows up here and shows us, no, you're not.
But if there's nothing
know what I'm
wrong with
saying?
them, why not make yourself public? Why don't we know what we know? Why don't we just get to see flashes if they're not, us time traveling from the future, or if there's some nefarious reasons are here? Why not just say, hey, I'm here to help y'all. I'm tired of y'all fighting. Whites against blacks, Asians against this people and other people around the world. Things going on in Nigeria. And
Right.
Why not just say, hey, I'm here.
To help.
I'm here to help. I get all this. I'm from the
I don't
future.
think
I'm
they
from
here
I know
for
all this
that.
knowledge. I can do this and that.
Well, maybe we can't.
Why not?
Maybe we can't comprehend their agenda.
But I don't think they're
Maybe
here
it's
for
some-
that though. To
Hold on,
come
maybe-
and try to fix-
Everybody, let
I'm sorry. Okay. I
Ego
got on a
speak.
rant there.
I don't think they're here to try to fix relationships between different countries and different races and stuff like that. I think they're too far advanced for that.
I think it would be more toward us not destroying Earth. They probably don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't want us to
Destroy
destroy the
the
Earth.
research.
I'm always thinking
a
about
precious
minerals.
planet, though.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking if they come here, it's for some kind of minerals or whatever that they're taking
Right.
from the planet that they
Yeah.
need
that
that we have.
or some artifact.
Water,
Well,
fire.
I need to go here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to jump, okay? Because Trent made a statement.
Jump.
How hard is it to believe it? Well, a lot of people don't believe
Yeah.
that there are other things beyond us, but yet and still they do believe in the coronavirus. See, last year in the 23 trillion appropriation bill, it obviously helped people, with their hard labors and different things of that
Yeah.
too. But also that was attached to it. It also dealt with UFOs.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he signed a bureaucracy nesting doll that was more than 5,500 pages,
Yeah.
and it contains Intelligence Authorization Act for fiscal year 2021, fiscal, whatever, which was unusually perversion. Okay, so it was a committee comment section, and that's where you'll find it, and it's actually up under.
And they have until
aerial,
June,
right?
right?
Advanced aerial threats, correct? Correct.
So they have to disclose, basically, is what Jay's saying. They have so much time to disclose this to Congress.
Well, he started Space
Not-
Force too. This last president.
I
did,
think time is up.
so.
Is it in June?
Yeah, it's around that time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And the thing is, you guys at home, so words can be changed up to make it sound like whatever, but when it say advanced aerial threats,
Yeah.
all right, they're not talking about a goddamn bullshit shit that we make. Advanced aerial,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
threats. That's very important to hear that shit. When we hear Space Force, you guys go, "Oh, what the fuck? We're gonna be whatever," and you make a joke out of it. It's very in your face, but it's so many idiots that want to keep joking, and it's right in your face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So stop the jokes. Stop playing with yourself. But man, seriously, stop.
I heard a lot of them were over like nuclear plants.
Yeah,
they would
Yeah,
see.
they see that.
So
one,
that's
too.
very dangerous.
And that's what makes me think they don't want us to fuck the Earth up no more than we have.
What
already.
about
because
that-
of being over nuclear
Yeah.
plants.
What about
Yeah.
that probe we've been having that's been going around the Earth since we can?
Oh,
no,
Black
the Black
Knight.
Knight.
Yeah, the
they
Black Knight.
found that back in the 1800s.
Wow.
Yeah, that's been, and that's so funny about that because everyone wanted to see. That's what I'm saying, which is why we're having this discussion, guys, because we're talking about the UFOs, and of course, people like to make certain things and say, "Oh, maybe, I haven't seen it, so maybe," and that's kind of like it's disinformation, in a sense. When it's very clear this is what happened, why would a person make up this great story, right? And from that great story, other people profit.
Will you be amazed, Jay? People like doing pranks.
Yeah. Now
You know
they
what I'm
do.
saying?
Now they do.
People been liking to make pranks. 'Cause back in the days, you had the traveling circus. You got motherfuckers sewing rabbits
Right.
together with bunnies. Look what I found, a jackalope
right.
and shit like that. You've always had people like that, and
Right.
people like that fuck up the truth, because when the truth comes, you're gonna laugh because there's been so much fuckery out there. Like I was watching the news today, and they were talking about, this was on mainstream news, and they were talking about this, but all of the reporters were laughing. They had a little joking attitude. I'm like, why the fuck are y'all laughing? This is some serious shit.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
You know what I'm
serious.
saying?
You know, and that's
Yeah.
what's so serious is, I mean, it just wish that we could ever get a handle on it so we could
Yeah.
actually know, because I think if we actually knew what it was, it would be better for everybody.
They were acting like
really
it was
do.
something fun coming.
They probably
Well.
think we gonna freak out, but I'm over there laughing. I can't wait.
Right.
You know what
So-
I'm saying? I can't wait.
So our former intelligence director, right, which is, just so you know, John Ratcliffe. Okay.
Okay.
So he's arguing at this point as of March 28th. All right. He's arguing and he's saying that they're screwing us. We need to know the truth about everything. He is begging for it to come out, and he said it will come out very soon.
Yeah.
He says basically the videos you've seen, right, are basically garbage.
Yeah, the least
The,
compelling.
the least compelling.
compelling.
Yeah.
He said we've had this for many years. This is not a new thing, and the people need to know.
Yeah,
And now they're going to.
I seen that because the guy asked him. He was like, the Tic Tac video and those other 3 videos, are those the only videos that y'all guys have? He was like, no.
No.
Those are the least compelling videos. He was like, we have a video where we're like 50 feet away from this craft.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. The
So we need to see it.
I know, right?
right.
Yep.
The naval intelligence, right, and the FBI also have videos and different things, and they're part of the table talking about releasing all of this information.
Well, Jay, let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Is it a coincidence, or is this by design that, you know, before the U.S. started doing this disclosure thing, there's been many other governments that done it before, like Mexico, Spain, many other governments have been disclosing their UFO shit too.
So do I think this is just, okay, I'm going to give you my opinion on that. I think that the other countries looked at America and said, you motherfuckers are pieces of shit. You know the fucking truth, and you're hiding it from the people.
Okay.
And finally, it's to the point that they can't hide it anymore.
Well, the thing is, I mean, they're disclosing pictures and videos of craft UFOs or whatnot, but disclose what the reality is. Why are they here? We don't know. They just showing up, and that's all
Maybe
we're
they
seeing,
don't
because
know.
we don't even know why they're here. Maybe.
Maybe they do
know.
know why they're here.
I mean, that's what I want to know.
Maybe it's like you said.
Because I
maybe
know they're here.
Maybe they
Something's
live
here.
here.
Right. Well,
You know?
let me tell you.
Maybe it's inner Earth. Maybe it's
Yeah, you're
under
right.
the
That's-
sea.
yeah,
Maybe they
well.
live under
In
the
the
sea.
mountains.
Right. Okay.
Antarctica.
So, and this goes out to Miss Witchy. You know who you are. I'm gonna give the game. So here it is. So you see a video that comes on the internet, YouTube, and it's an alien. Okay. So Miss Witchy has been caught up in government bullshit from hacking different places that they weren't supposed to. Multiple people. Now, their job is to sit at home at this point and do a video basically saying that video is bullshit. All right? And now here's the thing about that. They always say, CGI, you can do amazing things. That's
Well,
right. And that's what they do, and that's what they call it, disinformation. And she is sent with the task for 3 years, and not just her, it's multiple people, right? They're sent with the task to do that just on the internet and push that out. And that's how they serve their time for their crime.
wow. But you can tell some of the CGI, you know, if you look back, 20 years ago, remember, or 30 years ago, the alien autopsy videos. I mean, that just looks so hanky. Come on. I mean, that did not even look real.
Right. And see,
Yeah.
that's the point. It's not just her, but there's other people, like the filmmakers, the different things, they get in their little situation, and they have to make these things. They're doing that for these people.
But nowadays, you
don't
can't even
know
know what's, I
about
mean,
that. I don't
you
know
don't even know
about
what's the
that.
truth
Well,
or what's seen.
I know that this happened.
I mean, they
So-
can make something now. You don't even know if
You
it's
know
real or
somebody
not.
told you
What's
that
real
shit
and
happened.
fake.
Right. I saw when it was released. I know.
I
Yeah.
seen it too.
So there you go. So I'm just saying that they put out disinformation and it floods everything from what the real thing is.
Flooded with bullshit. So
Right.
yeah.
So it gives you all of these different options. You know
But the
what I mean?
people are all kind of fed up about it now. People are
Yeah.
like, I want to see them damn
We wanna
aliens.
know.
You remember
We
like they
wanna
just
know.
had recently where everybody was going to flood
Storm
to Area
Roswell,
51.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it got stopped. You know what I mean?
Because they were smart. They asked to get shot.
Yeah.
Shit.
They were like, we want to see them aliens.
Yeah, take the ass there, and they will see aliens in heaven, because they would have got shot the hell up.
So how do y'all think it would change Earth?
Earth, without saying religion. Okay, let's not go with religion. Okay, because that's just obvious, right?
Yeah.
Let's go with the way we do things. Okay, and this is going to be really scary, guys, because see, in order for it to change Earth, it will. Because
I mean, and I'm just saying, us knowing 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Correct.
I
That's
would
what I'm
say
doing.
culturally wise, it will change drastically.
Okay, here's why. First of all, we would need a card. And that card would be scanned, whether it be on our hand, whether it be a piece of tech. It would be all
Why
of
is
these different
that?
things. Why? Because they would not, if everyone knows and disclose, and it's a fact, with our governments and everything in head, they want to know who's who
Well,
at
you
all
assuming
times.
that they're shapeshifters and trying
I'm
to
not
look
saying,
like us.
look,
We
I'm
wouldn't
just,
need no card.
Well, we do have a credit card that now we could be able to scan the
Well, I'm
the
not trying-
radar stuff.
I'm
and
not
so
trying
forth.
to knock what you believe, but you keep pushing this thing to where.
what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. The moment that disclosure is made, sir, you will need a fucking card to show where you are from. The same reason you need an ID card to say, I'm from Texas, I'm from America, a passport, I'm from XYZ.
Okay, so
You will need a
sir,
card.
You might-
okay,
yeah.
sir. So why do you say that? Because you saying they look just like us?
No, I'm saying that there's another entity that is around the world that disclosure has been made. It is verified. What you said, how would it change?
Yeah.
It would change us in general because we would need a card. We would need different things to
Well,
say
what
we
would we
received
In
need
other
that
words,
card
another
for?
form of identity card, right?
Okay, yes, here's the thing. Why would we need that card? Because if there is another entity from outer space, another entity from outer space might carry a certain bacteria, certain drug. So we would have to be vaccinated for that to be around. You understand what
I
I'm saying?
don't know about that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'd like to
Yeah.
think too. You know, you're talking
I
about how
agree
it would
with Jay.
change us.
I do.
Thank you,
I
thank
agree
you.
with Jay.
I mean,
And then,
It's like
and
you-
then, Jay, I'm not saying like, okay, neighbors are next door neighbors, and
They don't have to
and,
be.
and they moved into the house next door to us. I'm just saying that we have 100% concrete evidence.
yes, and what I'm trying to tell you that what is the procedure of a fucking astronaut? The moment his ass get here, he is shot up with every
Of
fucking
course.
thing because he could bring from outer space a bacteria that
Okay,
could fuck you up.
you're not understanding what I'm saying.
You saying
I'm not
what would-
saying that we mingling with them.
We don't have to be mingling if they are here, and it is proven and it is disclosed that they are here. We would have to take measures to keep
Okay, you're
ourselves
still
safe.
not understanding what I'm saying.
Okay.
I said if we had 100% proof that these things are here or exist.
I said the word disclosure.
Yeah.
And-
And you taking it like, okay, they're our neighbors and we
I
mingling
didn't say a
them.
neighbor.
Well, how are we going to catch this pathogen from them?
If they are traveling in our airspace in general, making any sort of contact, that could cause for someone to be sick and someone to pass it on, someone to be fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's a possibility. I think it would. I think it would probably weaken some shit.
Well, I think
Like
it'd be
we-
completely different.
I think it would weaken some government holes.
well,
You know what I'm
It
saying?
can.
Certain shit we wouldn't go for
Right.
because we know there's something higher.
but you
But
actually,
that's what you
yeah.
said earlier.
Definitely.
You said earlier power, and now
Right.
America realizing they're not the high power, someone else. So that's what you said earlier,
Yeah.
and you're right. I mean, I get that. I'm just saying, physically, the way we do things,
David, look at David.
the way we do things would change, and it would be based off of identity
Right.
and who you are inside.
I
Blood.
think
people-
you're right to a certain point,
Yeah.
but I think that when you're talking about disclosure, you know, I really wish if we did have full disclosure,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to stop the genocide that's going on in the world.
It won't.
You
It
know,
would
and
add.
stuff like that. It'll add to it. You know, it'll add to the strife because you know you're still going to have people up in the mountains and caves. You know,
Right.
I'm the survivalist. Everybody's wrong. Y'all lird people and this and that.
division.
You know, so it's the division and the strife is still going to be there. Yeah.
Even
I
worse.
wish, probably worse. You're right. My wish is the disclosure would change all that.
Do you think more
You know,
people?
but I don't think
would change.
disclosure is going to help.
But do you think more people would
wouldn't
change from
help.
Christianity and Islam and become Heaven's Gate?
No, I think
that's
they'd be more embedded
that's like
in their
a 10%
religion.
probability.
No.
It could happen. But anyway, back to the whole pathogen thing that you guys have already mentioned. Keep in mind that there are some in the human race and some in the alien race that may have developed antibodies to not get sick from. So it's not going to be a total catastrophic thing. Now, as far as people's changing culture in terms of, can we have full disclosure? We've already mentioned, animosity and so forth. But guys, what about racial issues? But now not in the pigment of the skin, but how our species are able to coexist. Are we going to be ending up like the movie Planet of the Apes, where we're having violent coexisting laws where we have to even go strict?
I think if like they were a threat, it would bring
That's the
people
only way.
closer together.
I think so, Trent. Trent's right. The only way that they could bring peace to Earth is if they came and started killing people of Earth. Then we'd have to go wipe them out. Then we'd all be together.
Or either they could
peace
show
or
us a
something.
better way.
Or better. I don't think that's what happened.
Or I hate to sound very cryptic.
I don't like that. That's scary.
I hate
That's
to sound
It's very scary.
Yeah,
Show
it
us
is.
a
I
better
hate
way.
to sound very cryptic, but if we saw Planet of the Apes the fifth, if we saw Planet of the Apes the fourth one, War for Planet of the Apes, I forgot what was the original title called. Caesar did say, in order to have peace, we must have power. We can coexist, but we're the ones that we need to have power. So it doesn't matter which species it is; they need to have power to govern to make sure it stays that way.
Well, why did you say you hate to be cryptic? Guys, he's always fucking cryptic, right? Like, let's be fucking honest.
For the people that are sensitive hearing this, I'm just saying heads up.
Well, they listening to the wrong podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
So here go the thing. What he just mentioned, and he's right, guys. Let me break that shit down just a little bit. All right, was what David and Trent mentioned, and of course, as David always do, he says it another way. Same thing. In order to have power, that basically what Trent and them was saying is that we would have to fight, and we would have to prove ourselves as being almost as an equal, right? In order for us to have peace. USA or Russia, but that's what I'm saying. That's the scary part, because we can't accept peace for what it is if we think they're better.
And then I'm saying, like, okay, so if we know this shit is real, aliens and shit,
Right.
shit like corona shot, mandatory corona shot. Fuck the shot. Aliens are real. I don't have time for that shit.
Shit, that
You know what
motherfucker
I'm
might
saying?
got some shit in him that you meet an alien and you be like,
I mean,
oh my
there's certain
God.
things that don't fucking matter no more.
I know.
If
I-
aliens
But
exist.
that's giving up though. It's saying,
it's
no, I'm
not
not gonna
giving up.
I'm not gonna live
No, it's
another.
like- it's
I
not-
might die tomorrow, so fuck
No,
today.
I mean, it's like,
You
fuck
know?
you because aliens exist. You
I
know what I'm saying?
know,
That
but,
shit
you
don't
know.
matter. You know what I'm saying?
You still can catch the
Certain
coronavirus.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck going to work.
No, I'm
Get
saying,
sick,
for
you
instance,
know?
like if the cops come and want to harass us and shit, we know it's aliens. Fuck you. You don't matter no more.
So
I'm fucking killing you.
fuck around and get AIDS and like, you don't matter no
I
more. It's
don't- I
fucking
don't-
aliens.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean certain shit won't matter anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I kind of wish.
Maybe I'm not articulating it right, but just certain shit won't even fucking, certain little petty shit
The
won't
petty
matter.
shit's not going to matter, you know. Like,
Yeah.
hey, oh, you shorted me $1 on my change or something, or
something
just
like that,
this little
yeah.
shit, you're not going to worry about.
I think like,
Stuff, yeah.
I
But
don't
I
think
kind
like,
of, I kind of agree with Trent on that because, I really think that aliens are here to take care of us, give us medicine, cure coronavirus, AIDS, HPV.
Well,
you name it. I really think
that's
they
that's
can.
a possibility.
Yeah.
That's a good way to think.
Why you think
I
people
would
getting
love that.
abducted?
Right.
Yeah,
well, here go the thing
right.
though. If you
Yeah.
remember, with that same mindset in Independence Day, those exact people with that mindset went on top of the building talking about welcome.
Yeah,
Oh,
look what
yeah,
happened
so
there.
They blew them motherfuckers up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Oh,
y'all
okay,
know
well-
that sightings of UFOs have doubled since the start of the pandemic.
Yes. Speaking of which,
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I have in
I
weird
didn't know that
news,
either. Wow.
according to IrishCentral.com, Ireland is a hot UFO spot with most alien visits in Europe. And they have the most sightings with an average of 13 minutes in the span. There is a total of 105 recorded UFOs in Ireland. Next to it is France with 71 sightings with an average sighting of 6 minutes. And Spain has behind 70 sightings with a lasting average of 12 minutes.
Wow.
A lot of them in New York too. They said they've been having a lot of sightings.
So after the pandemic, Trent, you're saying that the sightings have doubled.
Yeah.
So why would you think that they would come after the pandemic? Like, are they
Well,
trying
I don't think
Mm.
I think people have time to pay attention.
pay attention, look
Yeah,
up
that's
actually.
what it
and stuff.
is.
Oh, okay. So they wasn't at work now, so they were just
Because everything's slowed
Okay,
up, so now
okay.
you got time to look at the stars now.
Yeah.
right and pay
Yeah.
attention to your surroundings, and they saw him now.
Yeah,
So it made more believers.
yeah, I guess, or more sightings.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, I'm
I mean,
willing-
because I personally seen a UFO.
We're going to say,
I
yeah,
have
how many
to.
here
I
has
have
really
to.
seen
I have
it?
to.
But,
Yeah, I have.
But I don't know if that makes me a 100% believer. I know I saw something I didn't know what
Like I
it
said,
was.
I saw something
It
too.
was
I
something
was bad enough.
Unidentified.
It was unidentified.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, what it was, I can't say.
right. That's 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
That's 100%.
Yeah.
Until that motherfucker abduct me and take me away,
know,
I
right?
can't say shit.
Right? Give
And
me
then-
some alien head.
Right. And then if it abduct me in the wrong way, I'm
know,
not gonna
right?
say shit.
Then you'll get
I'm gonna be like,
Just go with it.
let's not talk about aliens no more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Fuck this shit. Change the subject.
You know.
You know?
At least you're enjoying the probing.
Yeah.
At least you would enjoy the probing.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is so.
no.
You know, that's why he got mad. At least it happened to you.
You two
what,
guys
what makes you so
enjoy
different?
probing so much, it's already inside in your brain.
Hey, you know what I seen? Damn, everybody got quiet. As
Yeah.
fuck.
I know that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed
Okay,
to be.
so I was watching this video doing my research.
Okay.
And one of these pilots, it was the same guy that described. He was on the destroyer where the triangles came. He said one of these ships were able to make a F-18 pause
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
in midair.
midair.
And man, I think I seen that shit before. I was going to work one day. I seen a fucking regular plane. It looked like that motherfucker was just sitting in
Yeah, I see that too.
oh.
And actually watched a show on that.
Yeah.
Depending on how the plane, how fast it's going, and your angle,
Yeah.
and where you're driving, it will look like that. It's
Yeah.
an optical illusion.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
black guy on there trying to say that there was an optical illusion,
But this guy said this
Yeah.
fucking thing made his F-18 pause.
Wow.
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
like,
Like pause reality. and
Motors
shit.
stop, jets
freeze in
boom, freeze.
midair and just sit there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to go
that's-
back and look
that's
at that
heavy, yeah.
again. Then I like
Yeah.
to
I
see
He
it.
also said about them going through the sonic boom without the boom.
Yeah.
Breaking the sonic sonic barrier.
Here go the thing. We came to work one day, and Trent and I were, I guess, smoking a cigarette, just talking or whatnot. And he looked up, and there was a plane. It was remember the plane. It was a plane. So we came in, and I think we did a segment of some shit.
yeah.
And we came back out, and that motherfucker was still right
the
there,
same spot.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And I
Yeah,
just wanted to ignore it because I saw the episode too
Yeah.
with the black guy saying that
Right.
it's an optical illusion. But I'm like,
Yeah, you see.
why the
that,
fuck
yeah.
is it still there?
Well,
You know what I'm
I've seen
saying?
the same thing too.
And we're not in the car driving. We just
Yeah.
right outside looking at it.
Yeah.
So could there have been an alien UFO that made that
Maybe.
motherfucker stop?
Or maybe somebody pushed pause on reality.
I know.
Froze
That's
They
scary.
glitch in the matrix there.
That's
Froze
scary.
time.
That's scary. You know.
It is.
But I tell you what, little people, I love you guys, and I love having these conversations with you.
Yeah,
you know,
me too. Love
and
mine.
the truth is that I prefer you to be here with us.
Oh,
you know, so I would like you to email us. All right, if you have a story, show idea, want to be on the show, I would really love that, man. I like to meet new people. I love meeting new people.
And you can hit us up at urbanparanormal13@gmail.com.
And we need change.
Yes.
All right.
We need dollars.
We need dollars, man, because we've been doing this for you, and
Yeah.
we love the conversation that we have with you. I mean,
And we want to keep it going.
Yeah, we wanna keep it going.
But it costs.
it costs.
Yeah.
So please send us a tip at Cash App,
At
DSB Media. Right. And whatever you send us, we'll be very thankful for.
Oh, yeah.
And also, we'll give you something back in return,
Oh, yeah.
and a big shout out. Okay. And we read all emails and all texts. All right. So I tell you what, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get more back into it.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello, my name is Robert Richard, and I'm the host of an exciting new show called What's That Net Worth, where you and the contestants guess the cash flow of the most popular celebrities around today for cash and prizes. I want you to go to Ego Network TV on YouTube to watch the show. Please, please, please like, subscribe, and also follow us on Instagram at ego_network_TV. I'll see you there.
Hey,
What up? What up?
we fucking back, man.
Yeah. You know, y'all give us a break, man. We do have to piss in the middle of the show, so
Right.
TMI.
yeah, just bear with us. You know what I'm saying? We coming right back, so don't
And-
go anywhere. You might miss something.
You know, and the thing is, yeah, don't touch my shit. And the thing,
I see why you got to piss. You got water, soda, and beer.
Yeah,
Man, that's a lot, man. A lot of liquids going on.
yeah,
I know,
You
right?
gotta stay
blame 'em, though.
hydrated, man.
yeah.
I don't
and-
blame 'em.
Yeah, and you guys, you know, I want to say we are so appreciative that you are here with us.
Oh,
And
yeah. Oh,
every time I come on and I say I'm back, I'm so excited to be back talking
too,
to you
me
guys.
too.
You know, so I want to say,
Especially when we see our people like Lee Bob out there
Yeah,
watching. What
yeah.
up, Lee Beasy?
Lee Bob, you know, Allison, thank you so much
Oh,
for
yeah.
watching.
And we
and
can't forget David's #1 fan.
Evan.
Maybe you need to say something to
Yeah,
him.
and Evan, look here, Evan. Let's keep it about the podcast, baby. You don't have to keep outing my boy over here. You know what I mean? You know,
Exactly.
just keep it out. You know,
Don't worry, I watch yours, Tuck. You're my favorite character in Ozark and Netflix.
Wow.
There
he-
you go.
He got butterfly wings for you.
yeah, you know.
There you go.
So everyone, we're speaking about
What up, Evan?
disclosure with the UFO phenomenon. Now, there's been a lot of conspiracies over the years with Jimmy Carter saying aliens, so many different public officials, governors, and different things saying how they saw UFOs. And I said aliens, but these people only said they saw UFOs. And Ronald Reagan made the statement about isn't there already alien presence among us? You know, all of these people have always talked about it. Now, I don't know if this was a culture thing, but these are our government officials. And Trent made a statement earlier about he don't know about the government doing movies. And I said, yeah, they would, but would they promote a movie? Like, would these...
Now, Jay, I don't doubt that they probably would, like if they had an agenda, they would fund the movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't doubt that.
Right, but that's what I'm giving to the people, because I believe that they wouldn't. Or my original take on it that they wouldn't. But then again, would they? I mean, that's something that you got to think about. Would they? Because Jimmy Carter said it. Ronald Reagan said it. So many different government reps and different things have also said it.
Yeah.
Okay? Prime ministers of different countries have said it. The Russians have said it. I mean, it's everyone. Brazil said it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's so many people. and yet we're the last to do so.
Yeah.
So disclosure to me could be very dangerous in so many aspects, which we spoke about. There could be religion. There could be racial.
I think it would be better. I think they maybe they're thinking too low of the people. We too dumb to handle the information. But I think
crazy to handle.
I think it's what you said earlier. Control.
I think they,
Yeah,
they don't want to
too.
mess up the status quo. I mean, you talk about all
Yes.
the governments, they like where they're at. Russia likes what power they have, and everybody likes their status quo. They don't want to change.
yeah, and I think we could very well handle the information.
I think so too.
We
I
could.
really
I
do.
think so too.
It's been repeated once. It's been repeated again since last year and as of this year. Again, we're going to say this again. It's based on part of the people. The reason why they don't want change and they don't want to change it is because maybe they are aware of the change, but it's mainly because of the confirmation bias in which they are associated with what they know that they feel comfortable, and they're going to enforce it with the facts by just, partial facts or opinions that's going to support their statement, blindly saying, oh, they don't exist or we don't need them.
And then I want to say, we spoke about, the effects it would have with religion. I think it would have an effect like
Profound.
I think you're gonna have UFO cults popping up.
Yes,
Yes.
profound.
Oh,
Well,
definitely.
That's what I was saying
That's what
about the
Heaven's
Heaven's
Gate.
Gate. That so many people might start joining that and being a part
Correct.
of that now.
Well, I don't know. Heaven's Gate is dead. They all
Yeah.
dead.
But he's,
Yeah.
he's just making it as
the
a
theology
example.
about it,
an
the example of it. Yeah.
okay.
You know.
Yeah, so I know y'all probably heard of a cargo cult.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I actually haven't, so please
No, I
enlighten
I haven't
me.
either.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, there was these little small islands somewhere along the path to Vietnam when they were going to war and shit
Mhm.
that had never made contact with the outside world.
Okay.
And it was like a good in-between place to set up shop. So Americans went over there, and these indigenous people had never seen a plane, never seen a white person, never seen technology, and they actually thought that they were gods.
Wow.
And so when they returned, the indigenous people had built like effigies,
To them.
like praising them when will the gods return.
Mm-hmm.
So they thought they were gods, and I
Yeah,
think
they were actually dropping supplies with parachutes out on the islands.
Yeah.
And so they would see, oh, there's
From
a
the
plane,
heavens.
and and
Yeah.
actually, like I said, they built one
Yeah.
out of bamboo.
yeah, they built a
You know?
See.
they thought they were gods dropping goods.
So
from
it's
the
all
heavens.
about what you know.
Yeah.
you
Right.
know,
And that's very,
in your mind.
very, very scary.
Yeah.
Because with that being said, then there is the premise of ancient aliens.
Yeah.
So if
Oh,
you,
yeah.
so if you think about us being savages in America, all over the world, we never seen any of these things at the time, and these entities from another universe come here and say, "Hey, let's build the pyramid. Let's build these things." Then what is the next thing to happen? They're going to worship these particular entities.
Yes.
That's scary. And so when you think about disclosure, you have to take what Ego said about the Heaven's Gate thing serious, because there will be those cults popping up all over, and if you don't believe in that, you just say, "Hey, they're just another race that's here," then you might be in danger.
Well, maybe they could very well be right. Maybe God was an alien. Maybe it's
Maybe.
him.
Oh,
wow.
Maybe it's him coming
Yeah, they
back.
could listen
Maybe
to
Satan
is
Zachariah
an
6 and
alien.
You
tell
know what
that.
I'm saying?
But here's the problem: we are human,
Yeah.
and with this being said,
Far as we know.
far as we know, with this being said, and I think I speak for most of us, we would like to see a God bleed. If you say you're a God, we
How
want to
would
see
you
it
say you
bleed.
speak for most
I speak
of
for
us?
most
Who
people.
wants to see a God bleed?
Anyone.
Can we,
If-
by a
if-
show of hands, can we?
What do you mean you want to see a God
know if
bleed?
okay,
Right.
here's
Jesus-
exactly.
you gotta
Jesus was the
explain
Son
how
of
it
God,
was.
and he
That was
bled.
nobody but Jamencia, and she only put her hand
Now,
halfway up.
here's the thing. Let me. Okay, for you guys, because I know a lot of times I'm like way ahead of everyone. So
No,
let me,
you way.
So
you
no,
probably
your
let me-
way
conception
and
of-
tripping with some shit.
no. Here go the thing.
Your conception of a
Most
God.
people, and it doesn't matter if this guy is in front of you and he claims he is over you. Right? There's something in you that want to take him down. For example, you have a boxer. This boxer is great. And then there's someone that comes along and beats that boxer when you didn't think no one can beat him. This is how the human race works in every
well, Jay,
aspect.
that's how your mind works.
That's how history has been done.
Nah.
The entire, yes, it
Can
has.
I, can I offer
so
a
you
Greek
saying we're
reasoning?
seeing a you saying seeing a God bleed, and you using the analogy of a boxer. So you saying seeing something more powerful
than
yourself
bleed,
and thinking of making it bleed. Everybody don't think like that,
bro. Okay, well let me explain. Let me explain. They assumed at one point in time around them that Genghis Khan and his people were gods. They was destroying everything, and guess what? Someone had to come along. The same way with the Romans. The same way this is going on and on.
But
throughout.
those are humans.
But here's
They're
my thing.
humans with advanced technology, pretty much.
And here go the situation. And I said, as a human, this is a main instinct of you. So the moment these aliens come down and there's a divide, there's going to be cults that call them gods that think that they're great. There will be people that will disagree with that, and they will challenge that situation.
Okay, well, only thing I was arguing because you said most people, and it's not most people.
That is history.
There are several
That is
people.
history.
I mean,
that is history. That's
It's history, and when you say history, you talking about armies. That's not most people.
Okay. Throughout
That's
history.
only a section of people that Trent is
it's just
describing.
only a section of people. Because me, I would want to know what they're about. I
Exactly.
wouldn't
I mean,
think violent
right.
toward them. I would be, hey, can you teach me something?
Well, here's the
Do
big
you want to
question
hurt
is,
me?
yeah.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Feed them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it, just put some different questions out there and some different scenarios. Okay. One, human beings, as a human being, we all have souls, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And we
okay.
all can agree that everybody's soul is just as important as the next person's soul, right?
Right.
And we should be worried about our soul.
Right.
What happens when we leave this body
Maybe.
and stuff like
Well,
that?
soul is about
Well, we don't
faith.
know. Well,
It's about going back to faith.
Then, so if you have no faith, you have no soul. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, but I'm saying it goes back
I don't
to
know
faith.
about
But what I
that.
was saying is,
No.
so,
No,
but you
let him
got what I'm
say.
saying. What I'm saying, so when you look at
I don't
this,
know about that.
and you look at these aliens, if you want to call them that, are the aliens? Or I still go back to there because I haven't seen one. I mean, I've seen some of these crafts, videos, and things like that. Not saying I fully believe that in the Great Deception that they're all demons and there's something demonic going on. But I do think there is a battle for souls on this earth.
Well, has
Between
anybody
good and
ever
evil.
seen a soul?
Nope.
Yes, they did. They've actually done experiments, and they've actually weighed people when they're
I've
dying,
seen
and
it.
and
Yeah, I
we see
remember
it.
that.
Sure
Yeah.
did.
So
I remember
whether
that.
they've actually seen it or not, but we know. But we
Maybe
know.
that could have been gas.
Well, I don't know.
A soul emits a
But
much
the-
amount of energy to cause the weight dispersion against the gravitational force, which proves that a soul does have amount of force to prove
Right,
that.
but that's not the point.
weights.
The point I'm making is so if these aliens do come up, I mean, I think what we don't have is really disclosure yet because it's just more of a sightings, and people say, oh, they might exist, or we see this phenomenon. But if they do come up with the disclosure and say, hey, look at me, I'm here, we're here to do this, this, and that, use your own mind and think about it because.
Right.
You don't know what you're getting into.
Your intentions.
And you don't know what their intentions are. Satan is a deceiver. And trust me, I'm not some religious psycho or anything.
I don't
but
believe in Satan.
but
Well,
so you
I believe in good and evil.
Recipe to
so-
serve man. That's what it is.
So would you
We
think
don't
the
know.
Mark,
We don't
would
know.
you think the aliens had souls?
They
No,
might.
I don't think
They
so.
might.
They
If you
might. We don't know.
might.
Yeah.
We don't know.
That's a good question, David. You think aliens would have souls?
That's the good
They-
question. But if they actually are created, somebody had to create them, and they have to have they probably do have a
something.
soul.
Maybe they created themselves.
Unless it's part of a great deception. Because why don't they just make themselves
I don't
known?
see why
I don't
would
understand.
they. I don't see why they.
Why
Probably
not?
because of the fear of
Why
us,
not?
because we're a violent species. That's one
What?
possible
I
theory.
I
I don't
don't
think
know.
it that. I
They're-
don't
They
think
can
so.
pause a
I don't
freaking
really
jet in
think so.
midair. I mean,
Well, let me say this.
they turn off nuclear sites,
Sure
and stuff.
did.
I mean,
Asking if they had a soul to me is crazy because here's why. Growing up, you were just told animals were animals.
right.
And now we're seeing these animals crying. We've
Yeah.
seen different
I've seen,
things.
yeah.
So that means they have
happens.
emotions. That means they obviously have a soul.
I see my
Uh-huh.
pet smile.
Right. So to think that this alien would come here with no soul is ridiculous. He has a soul and a thing of self-preservation. That's why he's here.
Right.
Okay, let me ask this: is it a soul or is it good programming?
Well, see, that's another thing. We don't know. It could be like a high-tech AI,
Yeah,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
But we don't know that. But even AI,
We don't know. Yeah, we
but
just-
even
yeah.
AI would want to survive.
Yeah, and everybody has to have a creator. Something
Right.
has to create
Something have to create something.
The only way I can
Exactly.
see them having a soul if you go into looking saying that God created the heavens and the earth. And if God created the heavens and the earth, He created the aliens also.
Exactly. Right.
Yes.
So then they're just extension of God and us also.
So who created God?
It's a
We
mixture.
don't know, but
God
That's-
was the beginning.
Omnipotent.
But here's the thing: what you just said, your whole statement, that was the Catholic Church statement. That's what they said.
That's why they say embrace them.
Well, who's
They're
the
our
guy?
brother.
What's the evolution guy?
Darwin.
Yeah, Darwin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, according to him, we made ourselves. Like crawled up out of soup and.
I mean, but he's a
Sorry,
Yeah, but you know what the thing is,
he's
Joe?
a fucking idiot.
Well, that's
though.
what he
Fuck
said.
that.
Crawled out of the soup of
evolution stopped though.
Huh?
It stopped. If his theory was true, we'd still see evolution happening.
More evolution happening.
And we don't see any reality of
Us
it
turning
actually
to
happening.
birds.
Well,
stuff.
I'd like to
okay.
contradict
Can
that a
I-
little bit, not on purpose, but
Yeah.
because if you go because I watch Animal Planet, shit like that. Animals starting to use tools.
Well, yeah, they stared adapting. Yeah,
Oh,
Like
but that's not.
they
Yeah.
showed a video chimpanzees. They actually learning how to use tools, and after maybe 100, 200 years, shit, maybe they might be driving a Tesla right next to us. You
porn.
never know.
I will say this.
We done come from the goddamn
Right,
mountain.
I will say
Yeah, I
this.
don't believe that
No, we
shit either.
didn't.
But hold on, David. Can I get one more? Okay, just think. Okay, if evolution was real, if you know what I'm saying, just think on another planet you got mammals, reptiles, birds. Just think if it wasn't mammals that evolved into the high species. Just think if somewhere else they got the same thing, animals, mammals and shit. Just think if it was a reptile that was the one that turned into like the humanoid. Through
If you saying Darwin's thing was correct.
yeah, if
Okay.
evolution is correct.
All right. Fuck him.
I mean, even here, just think if reptiles were the ones to evolve. They say we evolved from mammals.
We did.
Yeah,
I
No,
will-
we didn't. Fuck that.
that's what they say.
Okay, according. Okay,
I don't believe that.
Please understand that Darwin had a good approach to a scientific theory in terms of evolution.
no, he said we came from
However-
monkeys.
He was
bro.
also racist.
He
too.
said we came from fucking
However,
monkeys.
He's
I'm gonna
completely
just,
wrong.
I'm
He's
gonna break
proven
down
wrong.
his
ahead.
evolution theory too. Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
The evolution theory that he had is yes, there was a classification that he was proved partially correct. However, the fact that we are all extendedly related, to apes or whatsoever,
That's not
doesn't-
a fact.
We're
That's
not-
not a
we're-
fact
we're
at
not-
all.
we're
Thank
not.
you,
Not at
thank you,
all.
Trent.
No.
Thank you. I was just going to get into that. Another thing too is that our genetic code is so complicated in its own. There is no possible specific proof that we would be directly related to apes to have similar, ape genetic extended hands or whatsoever. I'm just basing this on
Okay,
science.
and we have Allison in the comments. She said evolution happens over millions of years,
Yes.
so we wouldn't see it.
There you go.
It's
yeah.
pretty hard to prove.
Yeah. So
Well,
maybe.
I mean, I thought you was gonna give a point to why it is, because that shit is not, and we didn't come from no fucking monkeys.
I don't believe
Thank
that
you.
And
either, yeah.
every time someone talks about this bullshit and say, Planet of the Apes,
I'm just saying.
pisses me the fuck off.
If aliens showed up,
Fiction.
if aliens showed up, I would be real leery of their agenda.
Me too.
Same
I'd be
here.
real leery of their agenda because
I would be friends
Yes.
with him.
well, you
mean, I
put
would
the
be
olive
friends
branch
with them
out there, but
too.
you still
You don't know. You
why?
don't know.
I mean, the whole question to me is always why.
Yeah.
yeah.
The weatherman said he wants to make babies with them.
I know.
Yes.
I mean, it depends on how
Fucking
tall
freak.
they are. It depends on how tall they are.
Tall, is that it?
That's it. It depends
They
on
don't
how
have
tall
to
they
be
are.
fine?
Yeah, they're gonna be tall and fine. So
Okay,
if
okay.
they're standing around about 7, 8, thick,
Yeah.
green, purple, I don't give a fuck. I'm having a half green purple baby.
But what if they like
Okay.
2 feet tall, like they mouth like right down there by you?
Oh,
That would be perfect too.
that would be fun size. That would be having
know,
fun,
right?
but it would be
know.
nothing serious. It's like,
I know, right?
It's funny that we never thought about an alien
Wow.
being a male or female.
But
We
see, I
just
think-
Wow,
both.
yeah, we
They
have
can
thought
be
about
both.
that.
Yeah, I don't
They
think of that,
can,
yeah.
but-
Just like us.
you know,
They basically gotta be shit.
Yeah.
Because when we all see the drawings of the pictures, it's always like a male alien. It's like we never.
Well, that's
I've seen female aliens. What are you talking about?
You've seen
Well,
female aliens.
Well, no,
Well,
I
wait a
mean,
minute.
in a
Wait a
picture.
minute. Y'all thinking about
Yeah.
Earth? Who says they have to have tits? I said tits.
Yes.
I should've said- who says they have to have breasts?
rated R
They
podcast.
probably have something different.
Maybe they just look biologically different. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Nah.
Maybe all of them look the same.
Nah.
Can you look at a female and a male dog and tell the difference?
You
Yeah,
can't.
you
No,
can-
you can't.
You got to lift stuff up.
Yeah,
Look,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Let me tell you something, man. The reason why I believe that aliens would have those things is because of this.
Because you wishful thinking.
Okay, evolution. No matter what the situation is, right? You have to appeal because the woman's body wants to reproduce.
Well, that's
So-
a human thinking.
That's
Okay,
a human-
it might be a
Well,
human thinking.
also
That's a human
mammals,
race.
too.
But that's just it. Everything would happen that way. For example, remember Spanish women didn't have that particular shape.
Hey, look. Hey, let me go here.
Well, wait. What do
Yeah,
you mean
because
Spanish women?
yeah, that's what the
Well,
fuck.
well, I'm
Yeah,
man the fuck out of here with that shit.
yeah,
Everybody
so-
changes to meet a certain criteria.
Nah,
to a
well,
true,
we're not
yes.
gonna do that.
Yeah, but you know, I'm honestly
gonna do
thinking
that.
Everyone
though,
changes.
when you think
That's
about
retarded.
it. Is
that's
I
very
really,
retarded.
really kind of go back to the theory that the aliens are actually us from the future. Until
Yeah.
I actually
Agreed. I
see,
don't
I mean,
agree.
well,
I
I do
agree.
believe that we're going to
I
get the
don't
point.
agree with
Whether
that.
I
no,
don't
no,
agree
listen,
with
listen
that
to me.
one either.
Whether it's 100 years or 1,000 years from now, we've already are bending time. We're already
Yes.
at the approach of breaking, and traveling faster than it's getting there. Okay, speed of light already. So just think what the technology is going to be right now, 1,000 years from now, and you got guys like Elon Musk out there doing this stuff. They are going to time travel.
I think
That
What
is
are you gonna do?
exactly-
It's
that
a
is the
fact.
biggest theory
It is
of
a
all
fact,
time.
and
That's
it's
the
going
largest
to
one.
happen.
I think it's easier to believe that it's just a fucking planet that's next door and there's other people
I
there.
don't.
That
I
is so fucking easy.
It's
You
easy
know
to
what I'm saying?
believe, but
To
because
time travel.
Time travel, come the
Time
fuck
travel
up.
is
the biggest
easy.
lie is easy. The easiest,
We need to
easiest
cut her
the truth to
mic
believe.
Well, I did remember,
Oh, no.
I mean,
Steve, one
Please
of our
don't cut
text
my mic
Time
off.
messages.
travel is easy. Well, okay.
Well, I did
No,
remember.
I'm talking
Wow.
thousands of years, 1,000 years from now.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
David. Go ahead, David. Go ahead, David.
Well, I did remember, Steve, he did say time travel is in physics now physically impossible. But if we were
Yeah,
to go ahead,
forward.
if we were to go ahead and say 100 years or 300 years, if we have the best physical resources like resources of metal and the next energy source, we might be able to do it without turning our
We
insides
might
out.
not be able to do that.
We're
shit,
flying.
bruh.
We're
Get the
flying
fuck
drones
outta
on
here.
Mars right now.
I think
Yeah, that's very
I
different
mean,
than time travel.
we're moving.
the
I'm
be-
just saying
direction.
figuratively speaking. That's
Come on,
all.
man.
I just think the best thing we can get from the aliens is probably their technology.
Yeah.
Maybe we can finally get those flying cars and everybody can fly around
We
in
already got
cars.
we already got
Especially
flying
with
cars.
medicine.
Yeah, we've
They
had-
call
we've had-
planes.
Yes.
But I mean, but they've made flying cars and things way
Ships.
before.
Flying cars are planes.
Tell me like
Yeah.
on the
Yes.
Jetsons though. You know, like you
But they
remember?
weren't gonna- they're not gonna let you do it.
The flying
Space
cars
Air.
were invented in the 1960s. I saw a documentary on it.
It's
Yeah.
called an
I saw the
airplane.
Jetsons too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all over the Jetsons. It's all over.
Wow. That's
You know,
incredible.
I really think that the idea, in general, that those people could be us in the future,
I
right,
don't like that.
is very, very,
like that one.
very, very good one, because you think like this here.
That's a good premise for a movie.
I mean, you think like this, right?
Right.
At some point in time, when you take a look at the Egyptian writings on the wall, they obviously had technology on the wall. You see it. So at what point did everything stop?
Well, can I answer?
Sure, go ahead.
Or what I think happened?
You can.
I think
Blow it out
there-
your ass.
I think there was. I'm gonna blow it out your ass.
Blow it out your ass.
motherfucker. I think man was advanced and forgot their technology. I think
Really?
something. I think something
Happened.
tragic happened all over the world.
Right.
Technology was forgotten, and we are relearning
Kind of like the Dark Ages.
technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Can I?
That's
can
a
I
fair
also-
thing too. That goes along with the theory that we've let technology grow so much that we've destroyed ourselves
Yeah,
over and over and over again on this
maybe.
earth, and now
Right.
we're another whole.
Or it could have
nother
been
starting
something
off.
natural. Could have been
Yeah,
something
could
natural.
be too,
I
yeah.
agree with
Because you
Trent.
think about
It
the
could've been.
Aztec Indians and stuff like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
what they developed and
Yeah, it could have been
stuff.
pole shifting.
Well, did you see
Yeah.
those statues underwater of those people?
Oh,
The
yeah.
Atlanteans?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
The Bimini
I'm right here
Road
with David.
and stuff.
Yeah, some.
Well, I do have one historical scientific fact that can prove why did we lose so much technology in the ancient
That's what I
world.
think happened.
One is obviously the invasion of other empires and so forth. Another is natural disasters that have destroyed
disasters,
years and years of advanced research. One good example is if you go to Egypt on the city of Alexandria, they had a library filled with
Yeah.
medicine
Yeah.
and engineering stuff.
Yeah.
But when the Romans they came in, and then there was other invading people coming in. You had the Germans coming in. They destroyed the research that they didn't think that it was useful, but it could be, useful later on in the 21st century and the 22nd century.
Yeah.
And now, again, David Carr, you're right.
Right.
We are relearning from our own dark age.
Yeah, that's what I
That
think.
makes me
Yeah.
think about what you just said. Like maybe, like Trent said, they're coming to stop us from destroying the planet, because if we destroy the planet, it's gonna send us back to the dark ages.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we
That's a
look
good
at
idea.
if we look at our industrial revolution and we use our electrical motors using oil and then other fossil fuels or so forth, I mean, we're slowly destroying and draining our planet, and we're struggling to find out a renewable resource that we're not killing our life source that we're so dependent on Earth.
And
Yeah,
you
that's-
might very well be destroying something that's rare in the universe.
Exactly.
Could
And
be.
I
You know what
agree
I'm
with you,
saying?
Trent, because
Place.
it's kind of like the movie Snowpiercer.
Right.
Okay.
Everything turned to dark and it's just snow, snow, snow.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
here go the thing. What you just said, coming back, destroying the planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of this, right, goes right back to what he just said originally. If you have a race that is so far millions and millions and millions of years after us, that is from us, that has developed this technology to come back to us,
Come on, man.
Come back, go some sightseeing or something.
they
Right.
would do everything they can to persuade you to stop what you're doing. Now,
Right.
here's why that's important.
Too much TV.
They come across on alien ships, right? And what if all of our naval shit ever said, from the Cuban crisis and everything? These UFOs came over after these fools pushed the button. They came over and stopped the nuclear war. They didn't understand what the fuck happened. Why would they do that? If we're just going to
Hold on,
destroy
hold on.
ourselves,
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
right? If we're going to just destroy ourselves, right? Why did they stop it? Why are they always over these particular sites? They are doing something to lead us in a direction that will not destroy us and this earth.
Maybe they, then I can say again, maybe they don't give a fuck about us. Maybe it's the earth they worried about.
Possibly.
Maybe it's their home too, because at the beginning of the show you said you think they're coming from here.
They could come from
Could
here.
be, yeah.
Maybe
Well-
it's their home too.
Well, on
Correct.
top
You
of
know
that,
what I'm
Correct.
saying?
It could be that. It could
And
be that.
maybe if they do disclose, hey, look, I'm here. Look, watch
I've been
me
living
dab.
it.
They dabbing and shit on TV.
Well, Trent,
maybe it starts a conflict
Yeah.
that will finish the earth off.
Trish right,
Dib
though.
dabbing,
Yeah.
dib dabbing. No, I like it. I like it. No, fuck that. You
But you're
said
right,
dabbing.
though.
You ain't
You know
serious.
how many
That's dope.
we've been looking for life, all these telescopes
Yeah.
out there looking for planets that can have life like Earth. You know how many Earths we found?
Yeah, a
None.
bunch. Yeah,
Not,
yeah.
We found some
No, no.
possibilities,
Yeah.
but none like this planet.
No.
No, they found-
we're not
They
close.
found one. It's they
Found
got
a
the name.
bunch. They found more than
Oh,
one.
They
You
call
know?
one as a super Earth,
Yeah, they
and
found
it's
a bunch
beautiful.
of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
But they're so far away. I
Yeah, they are far
it's
away.
Just, yeah.
But here's the thing.
To our capability.
To our-
Well-
for right now, yeah.
You know what I'm
well,
saying?
Trent,
Right now.
to add on to your statement about maybe the aliens don't give a fuck, but they're looking out for Earth. Maybe possibly if we did use the nuclear war, to dispel out. Imagine if the nuclear particles went out of our ozone layer and then it started affecting the solar system, which is
Exactly. That could
again
be-
their own
Yeah.
interest in space.
That's,
Yeah, that's
very
true.
good, David.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's what.
Or
That,
shit, they could very well live under the sea because we
Up,
got
up under the ground, up under our feet.
In the
Middle
mountains.
Earth.
Right.
in
Middle
the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There's multiple
Never
places
know.
they could stay, But I'm still wondering, I've heard mixed things here that disclosure might be good.
I think so.
Can be.
Disclosure.
Well,
I mean,
I don't know about good or bad. I think it just is, and we need it.
I think it needs to
Yeah.
happen.
It does. Even
mean-
though we may pay a chaotic price in our culture,
Correct.
it may be for the better. I know it sounds insane, but if you look at it from the long run, it'll get rid of a lot of
I don't think it'll-
biases, but it will also get rid of this famous Dunning-Kruger effect of we are the center of the universe.
Yeah, and then I don't think everything would be chaotic. I think you would start seeing like flyers with alien party.
Right.
Everybody
Yeah,
get there tonight.
alien
You know
crew.
what I'm saying?
Alien
Like,
party.
You'll start seeing
It depends
alien.
on the disclosure. I mean,
right.
if it's just
That's
the
too much
government.
TV.
Nah,
because
you'll
I've
start-
seen that shit
you'll
on
start
the
TV.
government's gonna give you
seems
too
like-
much,
But it could
Black.
happen. It
like-
could happen.
like
But if
the
it's just
famous
like-
aliens.
But if it's just a government official, somebody out there, each country saying, "Yeah, hey, aliens exist. We've been in contact with them." Da 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 da. People are going to be like, "Oh, okay."
What
what's
y'all
gonna
was
take-
talking
What's
about.
going to take is, "Oh, let's see that alien. Oh, let's see their ship
Right,
come
to be on
down."
TV and
okay,
something,
then
yeah.
walk out on a stage somewhere and pick up a mic and start talking to everybody. Now that's disclosure.
No
Hello,
shit.
That's fucking
everybody.
disclosure.
That-
Not them telling me, oh, there's some craft we don't know about.
Right.
Well, I
now
mean,
you got a
I
good
want
point.
to
I
see
You
like
that.
don't
that.
want to see it
Sure.
on TV.
Well, I mean, we can let people tell us it's a god and all this shit. So
But hold- but-
I can feel. You can feel that though.
But I get what you're saying.
That's-
They
you
bring
know,
the alien
that could
out. He
very
have to
well
talk,
be.
get the mic, and say, "Hey,
Get the mic.
I've been here
Hey.
for XYZ. We're from XYZ
That's
and
fucking
Dab."
disclosure.
Like you
we
say, and
came from
Dab.
Alpha Centauri.
I don't want to
and
hear
Dab.
it from the president or some
Right.
premier or anybody
Right.
else.
Well, they tell you there is no God. We are your God.
Now, see, now they're gonna start a war.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That would be a war.
Yeah. And we didn't
Huge
talk
one.
about this. We brung it up on several shows. This object, Oumuamua, that passed by.
Oh yeah,
intergalactic
yeah, I thought it was a
object.
I remember
program.
that one.
That
We did talk
passed
about
by
it.
in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, a lot of scientists are saying, hey, that was a fucking spaceship.
Yeah, or separate probe or something.
Yeah, it was a robot or whatever. Something was drawing, but it had intelligence.
Huh?
They made a statement that it wasn't a
It was intelligently controlled.
control,
Right.
but they made a statement that it was a bot. Like it could have
They
been.
said it could have
a AI.
possibly been a drone.
I thought it was
right,
a probe,
that's it,
drone
yeah.
probe.
They didn't say that's what it was. They said it was
That's-
a possibility that that's what it was. And they originally thought it had the shape of a cigar, but upon further inspection, they actually think it was like a super pancake.
Mm-hmm.
Super
Really?
Basically
Now
a
that I didn't-
saucer.
pancake saucer
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
with some Miss Butterworth on it.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. Stop. Think about that though. When they recorded at Antarctica, the cigarette-shaped UFO thing.
Cigar shape.
What if it was a fucking saucer? It just from that angle though, it would look like it.
Yeah, they were saying, from that angle, they were thinking cigar shaped, but upon further expansion, because they say it was tumbling.
Yeah, that was the real
You know
thing.
what
The
I'm
way it
saying?
was. Yeah,
So it had to be
operating, yeah.
flat like a pancake, and I think they said pancake just to avoid saying
Flying
Saucer,
saucer.
yeah.
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
right. Probably right.
Right. You got a good
And they
point.
said-
Buddy with
Hey.
a chance of meatballs, flying pancakes, raining syrup, and meatballs.
I know. That's heaven to me.
But there's a lot of
And he's a
guys-
vegetarian.
You guys deserve each other.
But there's a lot of evidence out there. I mean, I've seen videos of so-called like craft go close to the sun where nobody can
I
really
seen
get that
that.
close, and they're like
Yeah.
Taking
zapping
energy.
energy out of
Yeah,
the
they
sun.
can feel like
and-
they're fueling up and
Oh
going.
yeah, that's like
Right.
some weird, wild stuff. And some of these crafts are like miles long, and you see some of the videos coming from the ISS, and
Right.
they just had one the other day. They talked about a triangle that was probably 800, 900 feet across, and that was like last week I read about.
Wow. Okay. Well.
On
That's
the space
big.
station. They're seeing all types of stuff on the space station. Now,
Right.
we just don't get to
Right.
see it all.
I wondered about that too.
That
but
makes it scary. Like if they're gonna come and like hover over the earth, like at the movie.
That'll be
You know,
dope.
and
that would be dope.
it'd be dope. Like, it'd be
would.
scary though. Like, are you gonna
Yeah.
destroy us?
It would be.
I'm
it
just
would-
really
sometimes
think-
I'm thinking
That-
about.
that's
Trying to
always
help
people
us.
gonna
I
think
think
that.
they're trying to help us.
I
Right.
don't know.
I think that's wishful thinking.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this has
It's
been
my
a
wishful
great,
thinking.
great discussion. But hold on, let's talk to the people.
Yeah.
You guys. So we had this discussion, and hopefully, we sparked something in you to want to have this discussion as well. At least to think about it while you're listening to us or watching us. And disclosure. Is it good or is it bad? I personally believe that it is good because they've been lying to us so long that now is the time. I think now
I think we
is
can handle it, bro.
right. I think we all
I
here-
believe so.
I
A certain
think-
aspect.
I think we just talked about some things that are kind of way out just to see how the people would take it.
Yeah.
But for us here, at Urban Paranormal Podcast, we do believe that we are smart enough to handle a disclosure.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys are or whatever, I don't care. It's you. Believe in whatever you want to believe in. Send us a text. Talk to us. Everything. Like, subscribe, to share, man, and share. And I'll tell you what. I'm JH.
And I'm your moderator, Trent A. Johnson, and I would like to add in their disclosure is coming soon in June.
Yes.
You know,
In
according
June.
to those papers,
Yes.
what I'm saying? They haven't.
See what type of disclosure.
Yeah, they haven't.
Yeah, what type they do.
We want
Yeah.
to see them aliens.
Right.
Me
So
too.
I hope it doesn't turn out like the comical movie Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
Well,
attacks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Don't show me papers. I want to see a body.
right. So, like I said, I'm Jay. This is Trent, and until next time, we'll see you back then.
Hey.